What's up, Random? How you going, man?
What's up, man? What's up? Hey, Brandon.
Hey.
So, like, maybe we could do like a little preview today, like a preview and stuff.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to start off?
Um, well, I was saying like, like when it comes to the backroom stuff, like I wanted like probably shouldn't do like the silly stuff. Like it's not as interesting. It's not really like anything like interesting to talk about as like the silly stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's not as fun. It's not fun to talk about. You know, like the silly parts of it.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, we won't mention that because our podcast is supposed to be like more serious. Like,
That's just like
yeah,
jokey
but
stuff. That's like jokey stuff. Like
yeah,
it's not
I
really.
know. It's not serious for a podcast. Yeah, we won't talk about all that. I just want bring it up before, but good to point that out. But we'll leave that out. We just want it to be like a main podcast, main content.
Yeah. Yeah, like
But
you know what I
did you
mean?
hear? Sorry.
You know what I mean by that? You know what I mean by that? Like this like the weird stuff in it is just like that
Yeah, I
doesn't
know,
make
like
sense. But really random stuff, just really random like stuff.
yeah, like the kill vibe of the Backrooms. I get what you mean. I see videos like that. Yeah, we won't mention that, but yeah,
I don't like the serious stuff, just like the what the way it's supposed to be, like the right, like not the silly stuff people do. No, I don't want to talk about that.
yeah, I know. Kills the vibe. Yeah, we won't talk about that.
I don't even like do that. That's not the stuff I'm into when it comes to it. That's not the stuff I'm even into anyway. So
Yeah, but do you know the original picture of the Backrooms? Do you know that picture?
yeah, yeah, I know
Yeah.
about it.
Or did you hear about they found the original? Because you know how it's a mystery where it came from. Do you know how that they apparently
Yeah,
found the
like up
original?
recently.
Yeah.
So I guess that's been coming up recently is like where the original image came from.
It was some place called Hobo World or something like that. I can't remember the exact location. I'd have to look at that again. But I was sort of hoping I, so, I mean it's interesting to know where it came from now. It was interesting, but I was sort of like hoping at the same time it would just say mysterious.
Like, could you imagine
Just
if it could you imagine like if it never was discovered where it was or something like it would just forever just remained like a mystery or something. That would make it more like eerie and stuff and like
I know that's what I was hoping. Yeah.
make it more like cool. I don't know, more cooler in a way. I don't know, more interesting. Just make it more
More
interesting.
interesting, yeah, because it's mysterious. It's like, because that's where the idea of the backrooms came from,
Like
and
urban
it's just
legends and stuff like that. It's kind of like it would be kind of like an urban legend, like how
a
certain like urban
legend.
legends like they're never like truly fully discovered or like they're never like people never really realize like where this stuff comes from or like find out the truth about it. Like it always goes unknown. Like it's something like that, but it's like really interesting. It's that's what they kind of remind
Yeah,
me of. The Brockens kind of reminds me of like an urban legend in a way, or like
here it is, right here, Hubbo World. But yeah, but now it's unfortunately been discovered, and the legend has been killed. But here we are, the original backrooms photo here.
I'm still
Apparently, this is
fascinated
a
by
real.
it though. I'm still want to talk about it. I still want to like just kind of like like what I think about it and stuff like that. Like even if that like you don't know, like it's like interesting though. It's really interesting.
It is. It's still interesting, but it's just unfortunate that it's not mysterious anymore. But it is what it is. So, but
It
now
is still
that
kind of
that's
mysterious. So I mean, just the whole like Outcomes universe or like just like the phenomenon about it like is just interesting.
but yeah, but this picture itself almost like doesn't. What's interesting is it looks real, but not completely. Almost does look like before this was picture was discovered.
It
People were
almost looks like it
wondering if
wasn't real or something like that, right? Like
yeah, people were wondering if it was like animated in Blender or anywhere. That's what, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was, which makes it interesting that it's actually real footage of a real place before it got um before it got renovated. I think it got renovated. When was it? 2000 and 2002, was it? I think this is this is when the picture was actually originally taken, 2002, I think, or 2003. But it is interesting that now this is actually a real place and it wasn't animated after all, and because it's sort of it looks real, but not completely. Like it almost looks like it has been animated.
Like,
So that's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. No, but I still find it interesting, even if that has like kind of been discovered or like of what that image came from. I mean, that doesn't. I mean, even the whole image, but we have the whole other the rest of the universe, like the what people have created it and stuff like that, and like just the mystery behind. It's just like really, really interesting. It's just find it really interesting. Thing is, it doesn't take away like the intrigue. Like for me, it's still like intriguing. Like
Mm-hmm.
it, even if like even if the image has been found out and or the truth behind that image, and like it's still like interesting.
It is, yeah, it is. Regardless, I'll actually show
It
you.
does kind of suck though. I mean, yeah, it does kind
I'll
of suck.
share
It's
you.
been found. Too.
I'll share the channel and the link where I heard about this. The last video they're the ones who clarified that the Backrooms has been discovered. That's where I found it from. A channel called Quill, one of his members supporting him on his Patreon. Uh and But I watched his last upload. That's where I found out the background's been discovered, and he didn't authenticate it completely because he wasn't the original person who found it. He shared the link. I mean, he shared where he found it from. It was from a Reddit site by Backrooms creators, something like that. And I went over there and read all about it. And I clicked on the image, and it was shared in a Facebook link saying, "I discovered the Backrooms, the original photo." So that's how I found about it. And a couple of people been, and ever since then, I've seen a couple of videos and trends about people talking about it. So that'll be a good thing to add in now that it's a trend as well. That the background's
Yeah.
photo has been discovered.
No, what I find especially interesting is that I saw someone comment like about that. There's like that people that just off of one single image, people created an entire like universe. That's like kind of crazy. Like how off of one like image or like a few, like or something like that, that they created an entire like whole nother like alternate like timeline or something or like reality or just like some other world. Like
It
some like,
is.
it's really like it's really interesting how people did that, and it's crazy how people did it. It's just cool though too. It's really cool to me. People created all that just off of like an image. They created this whole other place or like whatever you want to call it, like a whole other world or yeah. It's
Yeah,
really crazy.
exactly. Touch base, exactly. Like I was actually going to bring that up myself. That who would have looked at this picture and created this backrooms idea?
And think of what
Which is
comes for
pretty
that. Yeah,
fascinating.
yeah.
Exactly. To me, if I saw this picture, I would just be like, it's just a picture of an office type area or empty
I wanted to
space.
say all that stuff, like these entity, like how people. One thing I want to like.
Yeah,
It's, what's crazy is how did people come up with the entity type of stuff? Like how did people think like an entity like that type of stuff is really crazy. The entity type stuff
yeah.
too.
I guess it's the fact that they turned this photo into a fictional universe and came up with these ideas that this is some reality place, not
Like it's an
in
alternate
the
reality or something like
yeah,
that. Like
like a second dimension. So they started adding, okay, well, this place isn't in the real world. This isn't the real world place. This backrooms we came up with. So might as well add these mysterious creatures, like these sort of like alien. You know, it's like alien because it's not like in the actual real world. So that's probably
it's not reality. It's outside. It's like outside reality or something like that. Or
yeah,
its own little its
exactly.
own world, its own other like dimension or something like that. So like when you look at reality, it's not like this. But it's like has bits and pieces of things that seem so familiar yet seem so out of place. So it's like so weird. Like you know how like the Backrooms has like this whole like Backrooms world has like pieces of like has a nostalgia to it. Some reason like there's like bits and
Yeah,
pieces of nostalgia, but also like I've seen like the liminal space. You know the liminal space stuff, like that type of stuff.
yeah, related to that. Yes.
Yeah, it plays into the Backrooms.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, that's why I was. It's really fascinating that it's got that nostalgic vibe because the person when they discovered, I mean, when they created the backrooms out of the idea of this photo when it came in their head, I think it's fascinating. Like it's not like an alien world, for example, like where it's or I don't know, like things that don't exist in this world. Like this is a fictional place, or but in actual but place is actually like a second dimension or mysterious Twilight Zone type. What I'm saying is it's interesting that they even though it's a mysterious place which is not in the real world, they used real world
Things and
um
places and stuff. I think too. So
yeah,
or like,
real
or
world
places that seem
material.
familiar, or places that seem familiar in a way. Like
Yeah, they use real world material like office ceilings, lights, and sometimes it'll be like in a shopping mall, for
and different
example.
stuff.
Like
Like
in a
familiar,
if
for, like it just seem like so familiar, but it just seems so out of place. Though it doesn't seem like it's like it's like places that they're devoid of life. There's no life around
exactly,
when
that's what
the
makes it
place in the
eerie,
vacuum.
and it doesn't make
It's
any sense how it exists because it's not man made.
like how is it there? How is it there
Yeah,
though? Like
it
who
just
built this?
happens
Who
to
built this?
exist, and and people somehow like they just appear there somehow. They don't know how. Some people
Like it
will
was just
think,
it's like
oh,
random
it's
stuff
like
was generated or something like that by some like other force
some people think they
or some
dream
like
that.
it was like generated by something, but who though? Like who? It's like what you question that like where did it
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's not
kind of
like
crazy.
it's got like it's got purpose. It's got a lot
Keep
of
track.
thought into it. It's not like creating, like a. It's not like coming up with some alien world that's not like a different universe. It's actually like it still relates to this universe, but it just doesn't make sense how because that's what
It's
I
like
really
out of
like about
reality.
it.
It's like
It's very intriguing.
yeah, and it's so and the thing is like it's like it goes so deep. There's like no limits to it. Kind of a
Exactly. It's endless.
what
There's
people
so
that
much. Oh, you're just
universe
breaking up a bit.
universe goes on forever and stuff.
Exactly. It's just like an endless maze of these. It's like it sounds like hell technically, but it's like this endless maze of these rooms, and not just that. It's there's so much in the back rooms. There's so even just in like this basic. There's so many like facts or not theories. I mean, there's so many theories. There's so much more to it that we don't know about, and
It's like yeah,
it's just like an endless topic to talk about, even just from like this photo here. It's just someone looked at this photo. It's like they look beyond this photo. Like, okay, I
well, look at
see.
other photos too. Like I feel like people they look at the liminal space and stuff, and they create more things from like when you look at that thing, like the whatever the party goer thing, and like how the frick did someone come up with that? Like I don't. It's kind of weird how people come up with that type of thing. Like I wouldn't have thought of that. Like
Yeah,
or
entities.
maybe they're looking at like maybe they're just looking at or they're thinking about like nostalgia. Like because when I think of like I look at that like the party thing, like it makes me think of like like when you were younger and like a birthday party or something like that. Like but it's like creepy though because it has like these entities and stuff, so it just makes it unsettling and stuff. It makes it unsettling like the entities and stuff.
Yeah. Well, party
It doesn't
goes.
feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like how like where did like also it makes you think like where the heck did these entities come from though? Like are these just randomly? Is it just generated or they were created by this universe or something or like where the heck did they come from? It doesn't make sense. Doesn't even make
It
sense.
doesn't. And yeah, yeah. Like I was saying before, I feel like since this is I just feel like the idea of these entities they're just like in this alien type place because we're not in the real world, so we can add anything to it. And so, people create monsters like
No,
these
it's
entities.
almost like it's people that wander. They call them wanderers or something like that. People have been calling like basically people that end up in this alternate reality, like people that the wanderers that which basically means like people that have just ended up there and stuff like that, and they're just exploring around. But I feel like these monsters they only thrive like it's just a void of life. There's no it's just that like I feel like maybe they couldn't exist if there was no people around. Maybe they wouldn't exist then, or they only exist because there's like people around them. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
I mean that could be a possibility. Like they only exist if someone enters the back rooms. Maybe so. We don't
Like it's
really
kind of
know.
interesting. Like these life forms. It's like a whole other like these whole other life forms.
It could even be relating to someone's anxiety. Like backrooms could be a place of
Playing
anxiety.
off of
Maybe it's
fears. Maybe it's playing off these creatures could be playing off of like the fears
yeah,
or
exactly.
like someone's like just nightmares or something like that. It's just weird.
And that's probably
It's
what keeps them
really
existing.
interesting.
That's probably what keeps them existing. Maybe the whole point of the backrooms is it's an anxiety. It's the backrooms is nostalgic, so it could be like past trauma or something happened in your childhood. It could be the backrooms existence and these entities existence could be just from the fact that it's like some trauma in your mind that because the backrooms is a place of familiarity. It doesn't make sense how it's been there, but it's got a creepy vibe because it's like a zombie. It exists, but it's not alive, and maybe that's what it is. It's like the backrooms and these entities that exist in existence in the form of maybe it's just someone's past trauma. It's like someone's mental well-being that's not well. Like they could be a- anxious about something. They might have had trauma. Maybe that's what the backrooms is about. And these entities as well. I mean, they're horrifying. It doesn't make sense how there's a place of familiarity, but
But yeah, if
it's
there's like these creatures
lifeless.
around,
It's got no soul in it. Yeah, there's this lifeless place of these familiar type objects. The construction on this place is familiar, like, but it's not man made. It just appears there. So maybe maybe it's in like someone's mind or something. Like they entered the backrooms is just about these familiar nostalgic traumas in the past. Maybe something even like party goers. Maybe something happened at a party or something. When someone was a child, because the party goers aren't relating to kids' parties, for example. It's like children's parties, birthday cakes, and
yeah.
like party crowns. It's
But if
it's
they're
not an
evil though,
adult.
it's like they have this evil presence to them. They're not like friendly though. They're not like
Yeah,
they try to like these entities. They're actually terrifying. Like, certain ones, some of them are like pretty terrifying, honestly, and stuff. So
yeah, that
it's kind of crazy like how are they created though? It's kind of weird.
yes.
I don't know how someone came up with these.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting though.
I
It's
just
really
I'm not sure, but my theory is they're an existence of trauma, of mental trauma, and that
maybe
I don't know.
someone's like this, by like or these monsters were created like
Oh, random, you're breaking up there a bit. I can't hear.
life forms, like other
Hello.
or something. But
Oh,
like
you're just
maybe
breaking
they're
up there a
created by
bit.
like maybe they're created by like someone's traumas or like someone's like past or something like that, or their fears. Maybe it's like someone's fears or something like that. That's like they were created or
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it
It's
sort of
weird.
puzzles up how the backrooms is a place of existence without any purpose or understanding how. It's not in
Yeah.
actual real world. It's a different. It's an alternate reality. It's got worldly material in it. It's got the same construction as the world. It's nostalgic. You're solo there by yourself. So, when people suffer from their own traumas, people are their own persons. People don't share the same traumas. If something traumatic happens to someone, that's on them. So, the fact that they're in this isolated place, they could be feeling alone or something like, or they're alone in the back rooms without anyone else because they're just going through their own mental trauma. Like if something happened to me, like when I was a kid, no one else is. I'm the only one going to be suffering from that trauma. No one else. Like people, even if someone witnessed like anything that happened to me, or for example, like yeah, they would feel trauma with that. But I'm gonna have my own trauma. So in the back rooms is my own trauma. It's my own dread, my own anxiety, and that's why I'm. That's probably why you're in the back rooms alone. That's probably what the back rooms is. Maybe that's why there's no other wanderers in the back rooms. It's just the back rooms is just a dread of mental
No one else around.
trauma,
It's like there's no one else
and
around. Like
since you're people suffer traumas individually, like so that's why they're by themselves. Or it could even be a trauma of being alone. Maybe they're alone or something. Because the back rooms is a very miserable place. Like if you're in this big empty creepy place and you don't know how you got there and you're the only one by yourself, it'll be pretty damn lonely.
and also it's
So
just scary. It's just really this unsettling feeling.
yeah, so I mean that could be
It's not the
relating
feeling
to
of being
trauma.
alone. It's like not necessarily that you're like scared of being alone. It's like you're alone, but yet you feel like there's something else with you. There's this other like this is there's like you're actually not alone though. Like that's what makes it kind of scary. It's
Yeah,
like it's like you're not truly alone.
yeah,
The
yeah,
other life
exactly.
forms, the other life forms, like you think that someone's out trying to get you or something like that, or trying to like is trying to get you. Yeah, like
Well, these entities could be like they could be like relating to bad people in the past that may have hurt you in some way, and that's why you feel alone except for the bad entities. But yeah,
it makes it
but
unsettling. Like
that's
where
what's unsettling. Yeah, the fact that the backrooms is unsettling, maybe something unsettling happened to you when you're a kid or any time in your life. Like that's probably why the backrooms is so dreadful. Like it's just it's feeding off your anxiety. It's sort of like oh those oh I went yeah
what also makes it unsettling is that like there's like you see these places you want like you see like you're wandering you have, some reason you end up there and stuff like that. You're just there and but like there's these places that seem like so familiar, but the only thing that's different about them like it seems like it's reality, but it seems like off. That's not reality though. Like, it's places that that seem like familiar or that that you remember from like somewhere in your life, like your past or something like that. Like you these places like oh I've been here before, but there's like no life though. That's like the only difference is like when you remember these places having like other people around or like people laughing and people talking and like just noise, but it's like devoid of noise, and all you can hear is like your breathing and shit, and that's all you can hear is like, and just the atmosphere. There's like no, it's devoid of like life. That's what makes it unsettling too. If you like,
exactly
if you're in
yeah
this whole another like world, yet there's like no one else around. It's just like you by yourself. But these other, again, like about like these other entities around though, or like these other like someone's up to like get you or something like that. Like that's what makes it like it's that unnerving feeling. It's unsettling. You don't feel something doesn't feel right. That's what I mean. Like it just doesn't feel right.
exactly in so many ways, shapes, and forms. Like if you're in like this place that where you're not actually on Earth, but just say you're in a shopping mall. You just appear in some shopping mall, but it's not actually you're not in reality.
You're not an actual shop mall like on the earth or something like that. You're not on
There's yeah,
like on the ground, right?
and you still got there's ambience in shopping mall. Even there, you've got like music playing, like
Yeah,
shopping
music
mall
playing, but
music,
it still seems
but
something seems
you're the
off.
only one there, and it's nostalgic. It's familiar, but
You get
nothing
these
makes
feelings, right?
sense.
Like you feel these feelings of nostalgia, but again, you feel like it just feels unsettling at the same time. But also might feel comforting because it's like you remember your life or like maybe it was your past life or something. I mean, no, like when you were younger. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I feel like the backrooms could be relating whatever it's about, could be relating to someone's past or someone's
yeah,
life, like because it's nostalgic, it's familiar, it doesn't make sense how it exists, but at the same time, your pe- people that one does that experience Backrooms experience on their own. They're not. There's no one else there with them. So I feel like it's a reflection of life. Maybe that's what the meaning
Reflection of
about
like
it is.
human life,
Like from the
of like
past.
human life. Though it's like a reflection of like
Yeah,
world
from
life of on the earth and stuff.
yeah,
Of like of like people going to these places like the movie theaters and like the shopping malls and the fast food restaurants and all these like well, how the heck is there like a food court in the back rooms? How the heck is like that's like
yeah.
human? It's like a human thing. Like how the heck is that there?
Well,
Like
yeah,
it seems so real, but there's like no one around, and it's like there's like no life. There's no like physical life. What I mean by life is I mean like there's like no people or any life forms around, but like it's only you basically. So it seems like, and it's just so quiet and dead. It just seems
yeah.
so it's so eerie and it doesn't make
It's
sense.
like
It doesn't make
as
sense.
well. That's what my thoughts are. I've got a few thoughts on Backrooms, but that's what my thoughts are. That like you said, it's a person. It's a place of person. It's a place of the world. That's why I think it's the Backrooms is about someone's past that they experience. It's relating to that. That's where I puzzled up to. And the Backrooms is technically a giant zombie. It exists, but it's not alive. It's familiar, but it's dead. Like it's a zombie. That's why I describe. That's how I describe the Backrooms. And I've listened to a few um ideas and that about people's thoughts in the backrooms, and they have many theories to like how you enter the backrooms. It could be like if it's about someone's like if my idea if it's about someone's thoughts or something, I feel like they're not actual awake. It's probably like in the mind or the dreaming or something. It could be like drug related, even like they're psychotic. Oh, I don't think so, but I think more it's got to do with. I think it could be the backrooms could be in someone's head, or people think you're actually physically in the backrooms where you're not imagining it, or you're not dreaming you're there. You just no clip out of the world somehow, and just appear in this place, and the place is actually real. Yeah. And
Well,
up here, I put a link to a YouTube channel, Kane Pixar, if you've heard of him or not. I put his he does a lot of great topics on the back rooms, and that's the found footage video I discovered from him over 2 years ago is the first time I heard about the back rooms, and I just saw it on YouTube, just on the side channel. I mean, in the side world of videos are just like recommended to me, so I just clicked on there. I watched it, and I was like, wow, I don't know what that was, but that was interesting.
no,
And like,
it's like scary though. It's kind of scary when you look at it. Like it doesn't seem right. It's like
look,
a yeah, you said it's like a dream. It's like someone's dream or something like that. Or it's like a dream world or something like that. It's like
yeah,
a dream state. You're like in a dream state when you're that. It's like weird.
the
It's like
first backrooms. Yeah, the first backroom videos I found from Kane Pixel right here, was terrifying. Like, and plus that was the first discovery of the backrooms. I didn't even know what the backrooms was. That was and I just like started watching the video. He's filming his friends outside, and I have no idea what the backrooms is. But the title backrooms drew my attention because they didn't make it was foreign to me. So I clicked on the video and I saw it was an animation or something like that. It looked pretty realistic, and then so he starts off filming his friends. And then clips into this place, and I was like, oh wow! In the beginning of the video, so the very beginning of the video, when clips in this place, I already know that this place is Twilight Zone. Is going to be a mysterious video.
it's
So that drew my.
like
So
all of
I continued watching the video, and he's walking around in this place, wherever he is, and and then this entity chases him later on,
the
and
life.
then
Like I don't know what it was. I remember when I first. No, I think I. That's like how I thought about it too. It's got recommended to me, or it was just like I was watching other videos and then I saw this like it's on the sidebar or something like that, or like the recommended, or just on the front part of YouTube or something like that. And then it's like
yeah,
I was curious. I had never heard of it before, and I was like, sometimes I do that where I like go to watch other stuff that I've never actually watched before. Like, but then it actually becomes fascinating to me.
And yeah, exactly the same as me. I found in the sidebar, and it wasn't one of those silly backrooms. So I'm grateful I found I've been discovered the backrooms by an actual authentic backrooms videos. Like with, so yeah, it was a title backrooms. I was like backrooms. This sounds interesting, and then I saw it was in this like office place as a thumbnail. So I started watching it, and then as soon as clips in this place, I was like, wow, whoa, this is. He's wondering. He's walking. I don't even know myself what's going on, but I can tell it's pretty eerie and creepy. And then
No,
this
like
monster chase, and that was the first time I discovered the backrooms. I watched the backrooms, not knowing what the backrooms was. I never heard about the backrooms, and so it was eerie. So this was um, um, my first encounter in the backrooms video, and so it was pretty terrifying. Like I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything about the backrooms, but I could just see, okay, this video is creepy, and it's really mysterious, but it's interesting at the same time. So
the
yeah.
mysterious factor to it, has that like mysterious element to it. Yeah.
I'll show you. I'm not sure if you
Oh,
saw the same video, but I'll show you the video I'm talking about. This is the first backrooms video I found. This was in like January 2022. Um, yeah,
Pixel.
January
I heard about Pixel.
2022. Yeah, like it was around New Year's. It was like when True 2022 just started. I was just on YouTube, and I came across this video here. You might have seen it. Yeah, if you've heard of Kane Pixel, he's a good trend. He does a lot on backrooms, and he's also done a couple like other videos, not the backrooms, but similar, and which
Did you
liminal
watch?
space
Did you
type
watch the
videos
Did you watch
of.
like um? What are you saying?
I'm just saying, he's also done a couple of videos of this place that got demolished. It's in Texas, in
Oh yeah, I watched that.
Dallas, Texas.
That one's
Yeah,
also fascinating as well. It's like it seems kind of interesting as well.
and that was creepy as well. That video is creepy as well.
That
He's
one,
he's
that
he's
one might
just.
have been more creepier than a few of the honestly, that one might have been more creepier than like some of the background stuff.
Oh yeah, you've seen it, have you?
Yeah, the Rolling Giant,
Yeah, yeah.
Rolling
That
Giant,
is bloody. Yeah, that is creepy.
the
Eh?
Rolling Giant.
Like, yeah,
Those,
he
that
talks.
one's another interesting thing too. It's like but that one's like taking a piece of reality and like putting it into something else. It's like it has of reality and also like the mall part of it, like the. Well, I mean, we can get onto that some another time though, because that's not part of the back rooms.
Yeah, I know, but it's related. But
But it's
yeah,
also like that's another eerie thing though. That's also mysterious at the same. It's another mysterious thing, kind of, or just another also unsettling as well. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like, some of the stuff doesn't make sense either.
but yeah, we could talk about Happy Valley Mall. I think that's what it's called, Happy Valley Mall, something like that, in another video. And it's really interesting that that place actually existed, and he turned it into content. It's an actual, like, just like this backrooms footage here. Like Happy Valley Mall is
That
actually
place,
an
yeah, it was an
existing
actual
place, and
place. It was like
and
real
that
life.
that rolling giant was actually an icon for that place, which is creepy as hell. But and he
That
actually
makes it even more
turned it.
creepier because I think an actual real thing at one point. It was in reality. It was not they made it
Yeah,
make believe or made up by somebody.
exactly. It's not
It was a
exactly
real like
fictional. The
actual
original,
thing in real life.
the origins of the video isn't actually fictional, which makes it more creepier. It actually, this more existed, and but in the video, like I really like how he didn't like make the mall to be like an accessible place like any shopping mall. It's isolated in some. It's like some hole in the middle of nowhere in the woods. It's like
It's
he,
like
he
its own.
enters.
It's kind of like out of reality as well. It's kind of like out of reality, but also it seems like it is like reality kind of too though. But also like out of
It
reality.
sort of is, because you can still get there from reality. It's not like, clipped like into the back rooms. You actually can physically enter this place. You just have to go wherever in the woods where this hole is. Go down those stairs, which is like endless almost, and then you're in that place, and then, well, it's it's scary how it's like it was really eerie how he like tried to escape, and the exit was blocked off by boulders and that was terrifying.
Hey, maybe we should talk about that on different.
Yeah. Let's talk about let's talk about the Rolling Giant Fun Valley. Yeah, place whatever. I think it's in Austin. No, it's in Dallas, Texas. But yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But the
When it comes
Backrooms,
to
which
that,
is
when it comes
yeah,
to, I mean, I feel like it's not as in depth. There's not as much like in depth as there is with the Backrooms because like there's a lot much more to the Backrooms. I feel like, or just what we know or what we've seen about it. Like
oh yeah, that's honestly
not as
true.
much with the rolling. It's not as much with like the Rolling Giant thing. It's not. It's
Oh
not
no,
as
the Rolling that's just short. Yeah, that's it's still
still
interesting,
is a lot
but
of
it's short.
I discuss about it. That's why like a lot of things we still could discuss about it. But yeah,
But I do love Kane Pixel's theories and thoughts about the Backrooms, and I love the found footage video. I really like at the end of the video why it's called the found footage, Backrooms found footage, is that the fact that even though he was in this the universal like this other dimension, this dimensional world, his camera that he was filming with still managed to fall out at the very end of the video, fall out back into reality for someone to find. So he filmed all of he experienced everything on camera and filmed it all, and the camera glitched back out of reality, and someone was actually able to find the video and watch a video that's not from the actual world. It's so that made it really interesting. So Kane Pixel really like puts thoughts into his videos, and that's what's
look
really
into it.
fascinating and eerie. It's not just like oh someone makes like a backrooms video, they just make wars and they're wandering around. I was like, oh crap, there's a monster chasing me. End of video. He actually like puts a lot of thought into it, like found footage, like that's genius. Found footage. So at the end of the so he's a cameraman and started the video, enters the back rooms, does his thing in the back rooms, gets chased by monsters. One monster grabs him before his camera falls out to be found. I like videos where people put their brains into it. It makes it so interesting and mysterious. Then some lazy ass video where they're just oh okay we're just walking around and so which is alright, but I'm just saying then just some like oh I'm being chased by a monster, oh, help me, you know. He authenticates the backrooms really well at Kane Pixel, and he does a great job and
I mean,
these
some of
videos.
like some of the silly stuff. Like I don't like the silly stuff though. The silly part of it, I don't like that stuff.
Which stuff?
The silly stuff like people come up with it.
Oh no,
Like
I'm
that's
talking
what
about Kane
I don't
Pixels. I think he does a great job on the backrooms, but
like. One of the parts of it was like the thing is like, why is there like level like this? Things that people come up with like levels like
oh
that.
yeah,
Like
levels. I'm not really interested in levels. I do listen to levels, but I don't think it's authentic because it makes the backrooms not very anonymous if you're going to put levels in it. Like it's an actual like it doesn't matter.
endless
Yeah,
levels like of just different places and stuff. It kind of
yeah. It
like
looks like levels.
I mean, does it really ruin? Does it like ruin it? Kind of. It kind of like takes away like the. Kind of takes away like the. It still kind of seems eerie though.
Yeah,
If there's
it's
all
still
these like
interesting, but it's not
it kind of like on
authentic. It's not the authentic backrooms I found.
different
Like,
places here. Like
yeah.
how did that even how all
It
these
makes
places like
if you make this place
get there?
if people make this place like not anonymous anymore, then it just like takes away some of the eerie vibe. It's still interesting in that, but if you make it too expected, if there's too many expectations in the backrooms, like you're starting to get like people starting to get too familiar with the backrooms, like as if it's in their own world, like they're living in their own world. Okay, there's these levels and so course, and this is what happens in this level and that it just kills the mystery about the backrooms, and it's all right, but it's still I prefer the backrooms just like as like looking at this picture here, like what the fuck is this place and how you end up here and what's like that. I like it mysterious. I've done one video of the backrooms. It's not really an actual like proper video. It was just to like submit an animation for this course unloading. But I did upload one. If you've seen it or not, I'm gonna start doing some backrooms videos of myself, and I'm not gonna do like I might do like a couple silly ones like that, but I'm mostly gonna do like mysterious.
No, I like that. There's one where like one of the levels or like this place that people end up in is like the it's like that hotel and stuff like that. But like it's like an actual hotel. That's what I found like really creepy is that one of them is like an actual hotel in like the world.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
think I know.
that's
Yeah.
in like it's like in London or something like that, which is really creepy. That
Oh,
it's an actual.
you mean those windows when you're in the back rooms, you look out the window and there's like all these other there's like there's
It's like
like walls surrounding you with other windows. You mean that one?
yeah, the hotel thing. It's like a hotel or something.
Yeah, it's a hotel. Yeah, that's it. It's in
It's like an
London
actual
somewhere.
hotel though. That's what makes it more creepy. Is like it's an actual. Like, it's not just some place somebody create like somebody made up or someone created. It's like an
Yeah,
actual place.
it's very interesting because the hotel it's not like it's it's closed in by a ceiling, which is pretty interesting. I guess they don't like their vitamin D. But I'm just saying, like when I actually liked the backrooms footage here. I also thought that was animated, not real. But that's an unusual hotel. It's very interesting. It's like this hotel that's been closed in by a ceiling. It's not open. It's to the outside. It's Yeah, so yeah, that was also fascinating discovering that that's an actual some place in the UK somewhere.
No, it's like another part of like taking bits and pieces of reality and putting this like that is kind of similar to like the Rolling Giant thing, like that physical mall that existed at one point, or like it's like taking places that did exist or that still exist in the world, but like putting it in this other universe. It's like that's like it's really eerie. It's like that familiarity or something like that, or you know what I mean, or that nostalgia of these places. Yet it's not the place. It's not the same place you knew though. It's like duplicating it or like it's a copy of it and like putting it in a different place. But yet it's there's no life in these places that you once knew though. It's like missing something. You know, it just seems like
Hmm.
off, right? It seems off. Like
Yeah, it's a soulless place
these
that.
places that you know though, like it seems so familiar. Like oh, I've been there before, like or something, right? Like
Well, yeah, it's like deja vu as well, sort of like you feel like because it's how familiar it is, but it doesn't make you feel like you've this something's happened or feels like it's something from the past. Yeah. Just give me a minute. I just need. I badly need to get some water. I'll just be a minute. I won't be
all
long.
right.
Okay, yeah, back. Uh, there's a whole a lot of topic. There's a lot to talk about the back rooms.
I'm like it's kind of hard. I'm kind of losing track of that's like the thing with when you're in deep conversations and stuff like that. It's kind of especially when it comes to like a thing that's like very also when it's like a very broad topic, like there's a lot to talk about it. But I don't know like if there's things we've already like like you know bits of it we've already talked about and stuff.
oh
Um
yeah, yeah.
like
Well, we've already talked about our like how the Backrooms is a fictional universe and our place, our thoughts of
It's another
existence.
reality. We were like just couldn't
Yeah,
say anything. I
we
couldn't say
covered
like it's
that.
another dimension or something.
There's another
Like the entities too. I mean, we can talk more about the entities.
There's another YouTube video. I'll see if I can find it. About the Backrooms, their thoughts on the Backrooms. It was very intriguing. They were using like objects like cars and stuff as like examples of what they were explaining. Like I said something like the car is you look at a car but you don't notice a car, but a car is in existence. Someone designed it, someone manufactured it, and someone owns it, and they're sort of relating that to like things that exist have meaning. They are created because they have a purpose in that. But then so they're saying they were using that as a car as an example. But then they were saying how the Backrooms, on the other hand,
There's no purpose.
doesn't
What's the
have
purpose, right?
it doesn't have any meanings or purpose of existence. So I'd like to share that video if I can find it. It's really
Like what's the purpose of it?
I
Like,
can't remember what it's called. Backrooms. What was it? Well, what is the Backrooms? I don't know. I'll look for it later. But if I find it, I'll share it on our next podcast. If we do this again. But
to do another one this week if we can. I mean I'm
yeah, I can. Yeah, we'll catch back up on the Backrooms. But if I find this video, I'll share it. Backrooms explained it. Is it this one?
Or wait, actually, I feel I have an idea for something like something we could do, like maybe like one specific topic about the Backrooms, like one specific like genre. Like there's so much to talk about it. Yet that we can like I don't know. Like one of them could be just about the entities. Like what like.
Oh yeah, we could break it. You mean we could do that? Break it down. Break it down.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Let me. I'll just share something quickly. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright strike. I'm gonna. Well, yeah. If I do, I'll just cut this out because I'm gonna upload this video. Share screen. Background.
The Backrooms can be described as an urban legend or a creepypasta based on an image posted to 4chan in 2019. The image features what appears to be the rooms behind a retail outlet or a series of walls in an unoccupied office space. The picture itself was creepy enough, but it really gained attention when somebody posts a short story explaining what it is actually like to reach that place. The story reads, "If you are not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the Backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you." And I can totally understand why that context makes the image that much creepier. It combines the video game concept of no-clipping, or passing through a boundary you normally can't, with accessing an eerie area with familiar sights and sounds. That alone would put a pit in your stomach. But there's also the danger of something out to get you, and you'll just have to find out what. This mixture of familiarity and uncertainty allowed the Backrooms to focus on horror story. And it
is familiar. Yeah, that's familiarity, like they just said.
Well,
exactly.
It's like it's so much
now there are multiple levels to the
yeah, and these thoughts is no clip into it. Yeah.
all made and
levels
captured by
doesn't
fans
make
of the
sense to me
original
sometimes.
concept.
Like,
It's become
why
very
is there
similar to the
levels? Like, I don't
SCP wiki
understand.
many of you may
What's
already be
about the
familiar
levels?
with, and complete with safety class systems and hundreds of entities.
Or it's like-
Currently, there are 3 main wikis documenting the various levels
That's
of the
crazy. Like all these
Backrooms.
entities. Like who that came up with all these?
Wikibot and Liminal
That's what I
Archive.
want to know. Who
This
that
is not even considering
how
the
do you
wikis
come up
out
with
there
that?
Yeah,
with fan-made
exactly.
games. No matter which wiki
I
you
just
look
think-
at,
sense.
each of them shares the same first level that originates from the first 4chan
I just think
post.
because
Some call
Backrooms
it
isn't
level 0,
a
and
universe,
some call it level
it's an
1.
actual
But no matter
on
what you
universe.
call
I
it,
just
a
think
few core ideas remain
the
the
fact that
same. The rooms
Backrooms
and halls of this place
exists
extend seemingly
isn't
forever.
you-
The dank
is
moisture in
alien,
the carpets
the
is not safe to
entity is
consume,
also
and in some
alien.
accounts it is
So
very
you can add
difficult to
anything
survive in
in the
these areas
Backrooms.
besides a special room in which it is just slightly easier. In the Wikidot article, it is said that you cannot track yourself with a GPS or radio signals, which tend to collapse, and people often experience severe psychological disturbance and
Here's a- yeah.
isolation. The Liminal Archives
A place
article
in the UK.
provides a great scientific analysis of the room and how it connects to other rooms, comparing the system to infinite nestings such as the Mandelbrot set. Some wikis
Yeah, it's like
document
its
the
own
existence
universe.
of
That's
dangerous
like-
entities sparsely
Brandon,
roaming the halls of this level, while
Yeah,
others
exactly.
claim it is devoid of life.
No,
In any
pause the
case,
video,
all
pause the
accounts
video.
mention that if you ever enter the back rooms, it is extremely difficult or even impossible to escape. Your only option may be your imminent doom to move further into the level. If you want an idea of how
Oh, it's like- no, it's like-
terrifying
it's like,
level 0
it's
can
like-
be, take a look at
Hey
Kane
Brandon,
Pixel's video.
No, it's like hard to escape. It's like this alternate reality, but you don't know like how to get back into reality. It's like this. It's like the only
Yeah,
way
that's
is, like,
that.
is to progress further and just to go through these different places until you find some way to like escape. Like
That's terrifying. Yeah,
it's
That's
kind of like
all-
it's kind of like if you're like it's kind of like escaping from this place is like being stuck in a dream and you can't find the way to wake up. It's like,
yeah,
it's like
I was
it's like
thinking the same.
like-
Yeah, it's like a nightmare you can't awake from. Yeah, maybe
like
it's something you can't let go of. Maybe something that's hurt you or any trauma that you can't let go of. Backrooms could even be like a sign of. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's terrifying how it's really hard to escape the backrooms or impossible. That's terrifying. Yeah, like a nightmare you can't wake up from. You wake up from it and then you're still in a nightmare.
yeah, it's like you're escaping from this place. It's like escaping from this place. Like that's what we're trying to do, but like, or it's also like it's like a dream you're trying to wake up from. It's like a place trying to escape from. It's kind of like that basically. That's creepy though. It really is like, it really is unsettling. It's like scary, honestly. It is scary, especially with these life forms trying to get you and stuff. Where they're around these corners, like you don't know where they are. You might not know where they are, and they just pop out of nowhere and try to like kill you and stuff like that. You have to be like fearing for your life and stuff. It makes it really creepy.
Yeah, the unexpected of the backrooms, like you don't know what's happening, where you are, what's going on, what's gonna happen. The unexpected of the backrooms is terrifying. When you're in a place that's you're not familiar with, like unfamiliarity can be dreadful, can be dread. I mean, like terrifying.
Yeah, it makes you like there's feelings of anxiety, like because of being in this place. Yeah, like the unsettling feeling.
Yeah, totally is. Yeah, it's unsettling.
No, I was saying like people. I was saying like I think I already said like it's like there's pieces of reality in this world though. So it's like it seems like an alternate reality, but it's taking things from like another reality, like the world that we know. It's taking pieces like or places and like things and putting it into this alternate reality to make it seem like it's almost like there's something that runs this other like world that created this, like the creator of this alternate reality or like whoever created this other world, like wants to make it familiar, so you get off your guard or something like that, or like, you know what I mean. So it makes it feel comforting to like the wanderer who ends up here. So they're not like so terrified and stuff like that, because these places that they know so well, or like they know from their past or something like that, or that seems so familiar. So like they don't feel so scared and stuff to just play.
Well,
Like,
maybe so. Like
it's
if
kind of
it's
weird.
like if it's another world, maybe it was meant to suit humans. Oh, I wouldn't make sense about these endless maze of wars, but maybe I don't know. There's many theories. It could be maybe it is supposed to be set for humans, like you said. Just yeah,
It's like a trap
like
almost. Maybe it's like a trap or something like that for like these people that humans end up there. Like it's like a trick, like tricking them into thinking that oh, this is a place that you know well. So like you don't have to be scared. And then suddenly an entity pops out and like you just to kill you or something like that, or like to because so you're not like like alert and stuff like that, right? Like, or I don't know, like you get what I
But it
mean?
is I noticed talking about like traps and entities. I noticed in Kane Pixel's videos on when he was walking around this maze or in the back rooms, on the walls there were arrows pointing to a direction for him to follow. Then there was a drawing on the wall like a face or something, and had writing saying "Don't move" or something, and then an entity started chasing him from then. So it was like those arrows led him to be trapped or led him to an entity as well. So there's even signs in the back rooms. There's even signs like the one in Kane Pixel. So there are arrows to follow.
Maybe that means that somebody wrote those before. Maybe like there was somebody there already. Maybe like somebody was in
Well, yeah,
there in the past. Somebody was there in the past already,
you
and
don't know if
maybe they
they,
got taken
yeah,
up by the entity or something like that. Maybe they got killed or something like that. And they're trying to like lead. They're trying to guide you to help you or something like that, or like so you
maybe,
don't end up
yeah.
so you don't get receive their fate like they got killed
Or
or
could
something.
also, or could be just a part of familiarity. Maybe it wasn't made by other wanderers. Maybe it's
Maybe it
just,
wasn't. Maybe it was made by some other like
yeah. We don't
whoever.
know. Maybe it was or wasn't. We don't know. But
They're trying to
that
make
also
it
makes
seem
it mysterious.
familiar. Yeah.
When you also seen signs in the backgrounds, when it's not just like walking around a maze, when you see like signs and all that inviting and like that also makes it like mysterious. I remember one Backrooms videos, the cameraman in the video walking around the backrooms, had these signs that were literally talking to him every part of the so often in the backrooms. So would have writing on the wall saying Frank because the guy's name was Frank, the cameraman, that's his name. So it said Frank, and then it was puzzling up to like a story, and it kept sending these notes to him like it was sort of like a roll the dice type thing. There'll be sometimes there'll like two notes saying you have to go through this door, and then there'll be another one saying no, don't go there. You have to jump or something like that. And he would have to like, and he would have like a certain amount of time because there'll be like a monster or something coming, and he'd have to like just spontaneously pick one of the signs and to follow for and just go with it, and then he'll end up somewhere. I should share that as well. It's called Exiting the Backrooms. This is Frank. I discovered it on, I actually even remember the date. I discovered it on the 22nd of December 2022. Frank. This is Frank. I
It's also
shared in
weird.
the,
Is like,
you should watch it later, but he's got these signs leading, like, using his name and telling him to follow. Yeah, you should check it out later, Random. I'll share it in the chat. Is this it? Let me just. I think this is it. I didn't know it was that long, but I think there's a shorter version. Oh no, maybe it is. Oh no, that's not it. Where the hell is it? Here it is. Okay, yeah. Check this video out, Random. You'll see what I mean. but it's very interesting. I'll put it up. I even put up in the private. Here. What the hell are you? Did I just share that again? Where's private chat? Oh well, yeah. If you see that, yeah, check that out. It's called it's a YouTuber called Patra or something like that. But this is Frank video. Has like signs talking to him, which makes it familiar. Or not signs, as well, just like writing on the wall using his name, and he has to spontaneously pick trust one of the signs, and he'll just lead him through this backrooms type place. Yeah, there's all sorts of mysterious things in the backrooms that pop up. Sometimes there are signs, sometimes there's writing, or even drawings and stuff like that having some story or some reason. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna have to quickly say I have to leave in 10 minutes. I'll wrap this up in 10 minutes, but just to let you know, I have to go somewhere by 1:30.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'll reach out to you in Discord. We'll arrange a time, but we can continue talking. I'm still free for then.
Okay.
And if I find that other video about the person who explains the backroom, because he does a good job at explaining it, because sometimes it can be hard explaining something, given like share your ideas, what's in your mind in words. But he does he uses like a car as an example, as like a metaphor, saying how it's got like a purpose, but the backrooms doesn't. I'll share that in our next stream. And our podcast, I'll share it in our podcast when we do a podcast. Hopefully we can do it this week. That'd be great. The only thing is I might have to wait. I'll do it. I can probably do it on the weekends because I study. I'm busy, but that'd be great random if we can do a podcast. In that video I shared before, I didn't even know what that video was, but it was a 2-minute or 3-minute video. So I was like, okay, we'll listen to this, see what this person's thoughts are. Their ones is clip into the backrooms. There's many theories. People no clip into the backrooms. People it's in someone's head or someone dreams of it. There's other theories. I can't remember everything offhand. But people try and explain. Okay, what is it backrooms? How do you get there? What's the purpose of it? What's the meaning? Why does it exist? And how? And then what are all these objects? What are these things that are in the backrooms? These signs and stuff like that. Like what does this all mean? There's many so much to cover about.
Brandon, can you hear me?
Place. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, sorry, my phone died.
Oh, okay. All good. Yeah.
No, what were you saying?
Oh, it's just saying how there's many theories about the backrooms, like how you get there, what the backrooms is, why it's there, and what it. I was just saying there's a lot to cover about the backrooms, and in that video, and I'll.
No, sometimes I feel like the backrooms is it's kind of it's somewhat it's just somewhat unexplainable in a way. It's so much. So it's so mysterious. It's so kind of hard to fully explain it.
The backrooms
what's the purpose of it? What's the purpose of it? And Like, why is it that? Why does it exist and stuff? And it's like weird.
Well, the Backrooms is since it's so really since the Backrooms is a foreign universe, it to come up with theories, you have to. It comes with raw material. You have to authenticate the Backrooms on your own,
You
basically,
can't
and
just think about your like. You can't
yeah,
just think about your own thoughts about it.
it's not like the world we're brought into where we're raised and
Where you can
we
go
live
off like
we
where you can go off
yeah
information that's already out there and stuff like that. Like
the back
you can't put your own thing.
the
'Cause
Backrooms
it's
is
not a reality.
pretty
It's not like a reality like the world you live in.
yeah
Really.
the Backrooms is a basically a discovery. It's almost it's scientific sort of. The Backrooms is sort of scientific. You have to like come up with raw material about what it is, why it is what it is, you know what's its meaning, what everything about the Backrooms is, how you enter it. It's scientific. It's like it's a discover. You discover the Backrooms and you people it's un-universe. It's not. It's foreign. It's an alien world, and so so you have to just come up. So people just come up with their own. They have to from scratch. They have to authenticate the Backrooms from scratch, from raw
It's
material.
almost
It's
like
not like no
it's almost
no.
like
I didn't even know if people fully understand the Backrooms ever.
it's kind of hard to ever under. I think it's kind of hard to really anyone to really truly understand it because it just doesn't make sense. And stuff, a lot of it just doesn't make sense or like just out of play. It's just so it's just like another world, so it doesn't really make too much sense like that much like. But it's like fascinating at the same time and really interesting. It's like it's another planet or something like that. Like for example, like like there's other planets. Like in reality, they're actually in reality we know there is other planets and stuff, right? There's like Jupiter and Mars and stuff like that, and these planets besides like not besides the Earth and stuff. You know what I mean? Like these are things that are actually in the physical like reality world that we know exist. Um, but yeah, like this, that's like what the backgrounds is. It's like it's another planet of life. It's like another extra, it's like extraterrestrial life or something like that from like another planet, like or an extraterrestrial world, like an alternate world or like another like dimension or something.
Except it's mostly empty. But that's what I was saying was interesting before. Like it's not just like an alien world with like aliens and just foreign
But
objects and
it's
stuff.
not aliens though. It's like other life form or these other like
Yeah,
these
that's what I'm
creatures.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. It's interesting. It's an alien universe because it's not in the actual real life like here in this world, but it's got non-alien material in it. That's what I was saying. What's so interesting about it? It's almost like it was set up for people. It's so weird and mysterious, like and creepy. It's like just even just looking at this photo, just like this back, like it's got so much into it. Like it's also like the pioneer who created the Backrooms. Or I mean, well, basically we're the pioneers of the Backrooms. That's why it's hard to fully comprehend what it's all about. Because we have to authenticate it from raw material. But looking at this photo, someone just looked at this. It's almost like they look beyond the photo. See at the very back of the wall, how it looks like you can walk left, sort of. It's almost like they just like saw themselves walking straight ahead, turn your left, and just keep on walking, and there'll be continuous rooms. It's like they looked at this wall,
It's like they
fed off
imagine something
ideas.
like going further, like expansion or something like that. Some sort of like
Yeah,
expanding into this whole other world or something like that. Like it's like
yeah. They didn't.
yeah.
It's like they didn't see that as a dead end. They just looked at this picture and just fed off it from their thoughts of expansion. They said, "Okay, there's more to it. I'm gonna walk." They visualized themselves walking to the end and walking, turning left behind that pillar, or that I mean behind that wall, and just it continues and it just doesn't stop. And then it's like, okay, I'm gonna turn this into some fictional place called the Backrooms, and it's not in reality, and no one knows how we get here. It's like this, how they came up with the idea, sort of thing, just like by looking at this picture. And it's amazing how you can look at basically any picture and just create a whole entire topic about an entire story that will trend. Yeah, it's really, I'd love to do something like that. But it's really fascinating. You can just look at a basic picture like this. Like once upon a time, it was just a picture of some office type place. You can't really tell what it is, but it looks like it's office walls, fluorescent lights. Yeah, it's all yellow, but you just look at this picture and just like focus enough to turn it into a fictional story.
It's
It's
like you're
very
trying to like
interesting.
imagine what actually it is and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't really. Another thing I was like thinking about is like where did this name of like the backroom come from? Like what does that name mean? Like what how did someone think of that to call this universe? Like that's another thing. I want to talk about like where did that name come from?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wonder if the backrooms has a meaning to it. Backrooms. I sort of feel like it's like it's like just right there. It sort of makes sense what the backrooms is, but I can't quite comprehend. Like these are basically an endless amount of rooms, but but it's called back rooms. Like, is it like is it distincting a location or something by using the term back back rooms? Is it like, does it mean like yeah, I was thinking of that myself. What does back rooms actually really mean? I sort of
You know what?
get what it
I kind
means,
of
but
think
not
like
totally.
um,
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking like when it refers to like backgrounds, I was thinking of like the back of the world or something like that. Like the other, like the world that no one sees. Like it's like the part of the world that people don't see it. So it's like this other reality. It's like or it's like under the world or something like that. It's like under like, out of reality. Like that's why it's called the back row. It's like so I've heard people say the front rooms. So it's like I think front rooms means like reality as we know, or like or crossing back over.
Maybe.
It's like the portal that crosses back over into like the front rooms is like the
uh,
you know what I mean.
cr-
It's like reality, and then and the back rooms is like an alternate reality. It's not reality. It's out of reality or something like that.
Yeah, maybe so. Like the back rooms, like could mean like you when you say something's backwards, it's like the opposite to what it is, sort of
I'll take the
sometimes.
opposite of reality. Like it's
Yeah,
not
maybe it's like a backwards.
backwards.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
that actually makes
calling
sense.
it back.
Backwards.
Yeah, maybe saying backrooms means it's a backwards world. It's not. It's the opposite. And what I was thinking before when I said just a moment ago when I said I feel like the back rooms. I know this place is called rooms because it's an endless rooms, but but the way it's called back. That's what I said before. I feel like the meaning back means location. It means some type of location of these rooms. That's why they call it back rooms. That's what I said before. It must have some type of location calling it back rooms. And maybe it's got to do with maybe it's a backwards world, or maybe like where everything's it's an upside down type universe. Like it doesn't completely comprehend, or it's like sort of like location.
Yeah, the thing is with the backgrounds, like me, the name backgrounds, I think means like it's like the back side of like a reality or something, or it's like
Yeah,
backwards reality, like you flip it over or something like that. It's like flipped over. It's like
yeah,
reality flipped
flipped.
over. That's why it has pieces of reality in it. I think is like it's like mimicking the real world or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mimicking the real world, but it's flipped. It's backwards.
It's
Like,
just there's so much to talk about it.
oh hell yeah, there is. Yeah, it's unfortunate after going a couple minutes.
Well,
It's
but
nice talking
we can
about
talk
it.
about like other obviously have more like episodes if you want. I guess we call it or like other like days
Well,
or do we
well,
do it and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Well, we'll continue we'll
Because there's a
continue
lot
on
to talk about.
this.
Like I feel like we could discuss specific things. We could like go in depth.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a good topic to talk about. It's very good for a podcast. And we'll continue on this topic, the backrooms, and we
Yeah.
can also do maybe even like the Rolling Giant some other time, whether it's here or your stream.
All right, that'd be interesting. We could do like that one, the Rolling Giant.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another creepy.
Another thing I was thinking is if like, what if we did a whole other like separate channel just for like this podcast thing?
Yeah, we could. Why not? We could have like a
You can
collaboration.
make up a name for it, or something like that, or
Yeah,
what I mean, like,
we could have like our own collaboration channel where it's just focused on podcasts, and it might even grow from there on.
not one specific topic. I mean, like the backgrounds is one thing we were kind of starting off with. It's like the starter to it, I think the starter or the Kickstarter or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
and I can
topic
just
or-
share our. I'll just share our channel out here. You can even share our channel out when we come up with it.
But I mean, like we could go on other topics like the Rolling Giant or like
Yeah, we
nostalgia
can go.
or like the Twilight Zone. Like the Twilight
not
Zone is kind of similar to the back. I feel like
yeah,
that's what when I think of the Backrooms, like kind of like it's kind of is like the Twilight Zone or like this whole that's like out of reality. It's like that's kind of what the Twilight Zone is. It's like this other dimension.
yeah. I love talking about these topics like that, like Twilight Zone topics.
It's
and
really and
we
with
can
certain
cover.
topics is like you can really go in depth with it. It's not like it's a topic where there's only a certain amount of things to talk about and then you're done, right? Like it's kind of like you can go on for quite a while. You could go on like multiple. You could go for hours and hours and just talk about it or something like that, and you would still have more to talk about. It's like one of those type of topics, like you know what I mean? It's like it's so in depth.
Yeah, I know. You can just talk off your thoughts and just continue. But yeah, we can talk about like a whole other things like Backrooms, Rolling Giant, Twilight Zone type material, and anything. We can, yeah.
Even the nostalgic and the liminal space stuff, kind of. We could talk about that too, like the liminal.
You know, yeah, I even remember like my earliest dreams when I was a child. Sometimes I can't even comprehend what was a dream, what was not, because something felt so real, but they seem really odd at the same time. Like
Yeah, it's the thing with
be
dreams.
real.
Like we could talk about that too. We could talk about the dream world. They're like just a dream, just like
Yeah, because
like
myself, like
like
maybe I
dreams don't
was.
make sense. Sometimes they don't make sense. They just feel there's like so like it's unexplainable in a way. It's like hard to
Yeah,
explain like what can go like with dreams and stuff. It's really weird.
because I've had these odd dreams where it's hard
Me
to
too.
explain. Like way back when I was a child, like when I was like 3 or something like that, 3, 4, like a toddler. I just think I've got these memories of, but I can't. I don't know if they were dreams or not, but they seemed a bit too odd to be real. Like it doesn't. It'd be pretty strange to be real. So I feel like they could have been dreams, but maybe I was just so young, I just couldn't comprehend. Maybe that's why it was a long time ago now. But
Yeah, I've had weird dreams over the years. Like sometimes usually I've had dreams like well, I mean we could go on this we could go talk upon this like
another
on a different
podcast.
day or something like that because there's a lot I could have a lot to talk about when it comes to like the dream like or just dreams you've had or just like just about like topics about or discussing about dreams like you know what I mean like but I mean I was thinking about like dreams like sometimes you'll have dreams about like people you know in real life or something like that but like weird stuff will be going on and stuff like that like it doesn't make sense like these people you know or but it doesn't make sense.
I know, yeah. Some
I've
dreams
had that
are
before
also
like or
dreams are also complicated, and it sort of relates to the
it's like
background.
clumping things together. It's like clumping things together or something like that. Like it's weird.
Oh yeah, like dreams. You know, all this mysteriousness, like all these unfamiliarities. Just endless topics to talk about because you're having your own thoughts about something you don't even truly understand, and you
You
don't
can't really
know.
comprehend it. Like these the
Yeah,
things that you like that happen, or even in
there's
your
just
dreams. Like it's weird.
there's just
Like,
too many. There's so many fears to something you can't understand because you don't understand it. So you're gonna have so you're not going to be run out of feelers about it.
Yeah.
If you don't have facts about something, you've only got theories, then it's just continuous to
Because it really
talk
isn't a
about.
fact. It's like your own experience. Like, so there really is no facts to it. It's no factual stuff.
No, that's what I was saying. I
It's
said
thoughts. It's all just thoughts, pretty much.
that's what I said. I said if something doesn't have facts to it, only theories, then you're just going to continue to talk about it because it's never going to be understood.
Yeah.
So that's why there's so much to explain.
Yeah.
Whether it's dreams, the backrooms, or like Twilight Zone type, whether it's any of that.
There's like so much to talk about. Like it never really comes to like a close or something like that. You can never really like. It never, you know what I mean? Like it never like the door just stays open to what you can talk about.
Yeah, you don't know if the backrooms relates to human beings. Like I feel like there's more we're capable of doing or achieving. We haven't evolved in yet. Like some people think I don't even know if this is true or not. I really can't say it's not if I haven't discovered it because who would have thought electric was going to be a thing one day when we used to use rocks sort of thing. But I'm just saying some people think like it's like the movie Matilda. Some people think there's powers people can have with their minds or anything. I wonder if the backrooms is sort of like that. It's like there's more to us humans that we have not completely understood yet, that we yet to understand. Maybe the backrooms, we don't understand the backrooms, but it means something, and we're yet to evolve. We're yet to understand. Maybe we're also yet to evolve. Maybe
Like, you don't know what the future
maybe us
holds,
human
right? We don't
beings
know
are
what
more
the future
capable.
holds.
Because we've evolved over the years. Think about us from cavemen. We've evolved. Maybe humans are like
The mind and
almost
stuff.
like
The mind and
endless.
stuff has evolved. Like
Yeah.
it's like the other thing with the dreams though too is like dreams happen within like the mind and stuff like that. Like that's what's weird. It's weird. It's like what the mind is capable of. That's what makes it kind of scary. It's like the backgrounds can connect you. Like I feel like the backgrounds can tie into like someone's mind or something like that, or someone's like what goes on in their mind. Like this world was generated by like someone's experiences, and that's why like these some of the things in it exist because of someone's experiences. I don't know. It's weird.
I've got high theories that backrooms has got to do with someone's mind. It just sort of puzzles up to that.
It makes sense kind of in a way like that.
Yeah,
that
exactly. Makes sense. I mean, yeah. I feel like it's got to do with some consciousness. But yeah, like I was saying before, it may also be explaining.
Or their past, like the past. It's like the thing with the past, or something.
That's what I was saying. It could be a dream, or it could be just your own delusion or something, but relating to the past, nostalgia,
or someone's past.
Something troubling. Yeah, it could be relating to something troubling. Maybe even the backrooms. Maybe even some parts of backrooms aren't as just terrifying. And always have to be so terrifying. Maybe it could be something good, fortunate from the past. Like
that's what it's these levels. That's the thing with the level of things. Like some people generate. It's these levels that are just randomly generated, but maybe it's maybe it isn't just randomly generated. Maybe it has like a purpose, or maybe it's like it's from someone's mind or someone's past, parts of someone's past that like seem so familiar. Yeah. Like some of them are more dark than others. There's like dark ones. There's ones that are more peaceful. The peaceful ones just try to make you seem like comforting, but it's like, or I don't know. It's really weird. Oh god, this is just so weird. There's so much to talk about. There really is so much to talk about. That's crazy.
I have to go now. I'm gonna be too late if I don't leave now.
All right.
But it's a pleasure talking to you, and we'll continue on talking about all of that in our next topic in the next podcast, and we'll
there's a lot more to talk about. There's definitely a lot more to talk about.
A lot more to talk about. We'll catch up in Discord, alright? Just I might message you when I get back.
Or like tell me like what time you're available. Like
and I'll just convert
this week, just sometime like this week maybe, or like
I'll just convert your time to my times. And we'll work out what's best time for us.
Okay.
But it's a pleasure talking to Random. I'm looking forward to continuing on this sequel and talk about it next time, mate. I'll catch you later.
You're nice to see you, man. All right.
Nice to see you.
Have a good night, man.
You too. Have a good night, mate.